Hi everyone, I'm Sam from Electric Bikes Brisbane, and this bike that I'm going to walk through is the new Kalkhoff Endeavour C.B Move Plus. So if you're familiar with Kalkhoff, many years ago they had a fantastic little model called the Sahel, which was a compact little city runaround, and this is their new version of that, and it runs on the smart system, the Bosch smart system. The CB C is for compact bike, and it's a Move, which is a more urban-oriented configuration in terms of what they've put onto it. And the Plus denotes the weight rating. So this is a heavy-duty bike with a 170 kilo weight rating. So a really excellent little urban runaround, which is highly configurable in terms of the way you can accessorize it. So it can be a child carrier, it can be a cargo carrier, it can be a dog carrier. But it's one of these little bikes which is zippy around town, very, very easy to store, easy to handle, and then just extremely useful, particularly if you're going to opt down the path of using a bike instead of a car. So let's walk through the features so you can see what it runs on and why it's such a great little bike. So it is not a folding bike, it is a stiff frame, so this rides like with the same integrity as a full-size bike, except you're running on the 20-inch wheels. So it's quite nippy in terms of the way that it handles, but it's got some really, really nice engineering in here and some great features as well. It is a fixed fork, which ordinarily most people think, oh, that's a bit uncomfortable, but it's not, because they've paired it with these very, very big balloon 2.4-inch Supermoto tyres. Lots of air in those tyres, great traction as well, but also wide enough that you can handle a little bit of gravel if you want to as well. And just speaking about the gravel, there's also an Entice CB option if you really, really want the more heavy-duty gravel option. For example, you might be planning to do rail trails, or you live somewhere where you don't have so many paved roads, it's more gravel roads. The Entice version of the CB is almost exactly the same, however it runs on knobbly tyres at the front, so you have that greater traction. So looking at this front wheel, you can see that it runs on hydraulic disc brakes and it's Shimano MT200s. So nice stopping power there, particularly if you're in the wet. Comes with nice wide steel mudguards. These are excellent mudguards. And you can see here it has its own front rack. Now this comes with the bike, which is a great extra. This is rated to carry 12 kilos. And we've had a lot of questions, how do we use this front rack? So what we've done here is we've put a MIK, so a MIC adapter plate on it. This transforms the front into something that you can carry lots and lots of different accessories on if you want. Carry crates or even baskets, bags, if you want to. Otherwise, this comes off a flat rack that you can put your own accessories onto, or nothing at all if you prefer. So also along these forks, you'll see we've got these mounting points here as well. So again, if you prefer to put an extra front rack on it, or panniers down the side, you've got extra mounting points for pretty much however you want to configure it. So tucked in underneath this rack, very handily located, is a front light, and this works off your controller like most of the integrated lighting systems, so it runs off your battery, but very handy location because it doesn't matter what you put on that rack, you've still got lighting. Another really nice feature of this bike is it's got the speed lifter by Schultz handlebars. This gives you the option of raising it up quite high if you've got a taller rider, or dropping it down lower if you've got a shorter rider. And another handy feature for it, particularly from a storage perspective, you can turn these handlebars sideways. So if you want to store it in somewhere that's fairly slim and not that wide, you can just turn those handlebars. Great for traveling with it as well. So looking at this cockpit, what we've got is all the controls for the bike here, your brake levers, your gearing, and also your power controls. It's a really nice handlebar. It's not super sporty, but it's also not super curved. So you've got quite a neutral but comfortable upright riding position. And you've also got very nice ergon grips here as well. So if you are going to be doing a lot of riding around town, that's going to just keep your hands sort of nice and comfortable. The gearing system on this bike is called Microshift Advent. It's a 9-speed gearing system, still runs on a derailleur. Just a nice, easy, wide range of gears, but nothing that's too technical. Handles the hills really nicely. Gives you enough of a gear ratio that you can climb steep hills and still push along on the flats, but nothing that's overwhelming if you're not an experienced rider. And then of course you've got your got your power controls here as well. As I mentioned before, this is a Bosch Smart System. It runs on the new Performance Line motor, so it's a 75 Newton meter motor, and this comes with an Intuvia 100 display. Great part about the Performance Line system is you have the auto function, and it works really well. And it's a fantastic feature for a bike of this style too. Put it into auto and it handles most of the hills. You might use turbo occasionally for some of the really steep pinches around Brizzy, but it's one of those sort of set and forget modes that you can literally just ride everywhere without having to worry too much about changing your power modes. Of course, you've got walk assist with this as well, so if you do get stuck on one of those really steep hills, or you want to walk your bike somewhere upstairs even, I use walk assist for helping if I've got some stairs. You've got walk assist here as well, plus hill hold, and this is also where you turn your lights on and off. Just hold your plus key down. So moving down the bike, have a look at this frame. It's pretty nice, but it's a very sturdy tubing. So you've got quite futuristic and angular in the way it looks, but there's a lot of reason behind the way it looks as well. So think again of that 170 kilo rating. It's designed to carry a heavier rider and heavier loads. So this is a very, very strong little frame. Low step as well, so easy to get on and off. You don't have a high crossbar to worry about. Kalkhoff have given you some mounting points here, again, if you want to mount extra accessories or for a water bottle. It comes in two colours. It comes with the what Kalkhoff call the jet grey, which is a matte colour, and this is the tech green, and it's a glossy frame. This Bosch Performance Line motor is paired with a power pack 545 watt-hour battery, so a Bosch battery. This is a really useful little battery for apartment dwellers, and if you're in that situation where you can't charge down in your garage, or you haven't got a handy power point to charge on the bike, you can charge it on the bike as well, and you charge it here, but just using your keys, you can take this battery off quite easily and carry it with you somewhere to charge. Some pretty decent range out of this battery when it's paired with this motor as well. If you want to calculate it or get an estimate for your own circumstances, like your own weight and how you might want to be loading the bike up, head to the Bosch website because they've got a really good range calculator. But in general, we're finding our customers are getting sort of between 80 to 120, depending on where they're riding and not riding in the high power modes all the time. So again, thinking about the purpose of this bike and the ability for it to be sort of your car substitute, you've got a quick release seat post here. You've got quite a range of heights there that you can work with. So if you've got taller and shorter riders in the family, it's quite handy just to be able to share the bike. Pair that with the ability to be able to change the handlebars as well. Another really nice feature of this bike is that it comes with the MIC HD rack. So this is a 27 kilo rated rack. You can put accessories on the top, so the MIC compatible accessories on the top, but you've also got the lower down rails so you can hang things, so pannier bags for example. So you could carry a pannier bag and a basket on the top. So combined with the front rack, you've got nearly 40 kilos of carrying capacity. We've got a lot of customers that put children on the back and then carry groceries on the front. But as I said, it's very configurable in terms of the way you would like to use it. Also, you can see it has an AXA wheel lock. So this clamps your rear wheel, stops somebody from just walking off with your bike. And if you want to get an extra lock, there is a plug-in chain that you can plug into this lock and tie it to something. And the same key that operates the battery allows you to unlock the bike. In terms of other accessories that it comes with, it has a chain guard, which is handy for keeping you clean if you're wearing trousers or skirts, and a nice sturdy little side kickstand at the back here. So if it's loaded up, it's quite stable with this kickstand where it is. And just a really practical feature. Walking backwards with your bike, you're not getting hooked on the kickstand with your pedals. And finally, you've got a rear light here as well, tail light that operates in conjunction with your front headlight. That is integrated into the battery too. So a really handy little run-around bike for living in the city, suburbs. As I mentioned, a little bit of that gravel capability as well. So it is one of those sort of jump on and ride, load it up, store it somewhere where you don't have a huge amount of space. It's been a really popular little bike already since it's landed, and if you're interested in trying one, please don't hesitate to get in touch. Jump onto our website if you'd like to book a test ride, or send us a chat message, or give us a call and we'll be happy to help you.